Welcome back to Workday Gourmet. Today I'm going to show you a foolproof shortcut soup dumpling. Minimum effort, guaranteed success. Start with the soup. To 1 tablespoon of water, dust over half a teaspoon of gelatin. Let it rest until dissolved. Warm up a quarter cup of chicken broth in the microwave for a minute. Dissolve the bloomed gelatin in warm broth. This is traditionally made by cooking pork skin or chicken collagen for hours. The purpose is so we have a solid to work with to wrap inside the dumpling. Add another quarter cup cold broth to the mixture. Stir well. This will speed up the cooling process and allow the liquid to set in about half an hour. Chilled broth in fridge. Now make the dough. Stir together 200 grams of flour, about 1 2/3 cup, and half a teaspoon of salt. Add in half a cup of very hot water, and keep stirring until you get big lumps. Now dig in with your hand and form a rough dough. Don't bother kneading yet. Just wrap it up and let it rest for 20 minutes. It'll be a lot easier to work with after resting. In the meanwhile, make your meat filling. To half a pound of ground pork, add 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Xiaolongbao, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and a quarter teaspoon of white pepper. Mix it all up. Keep stirring in one direction until meat forms a paste. Now check if your gelatin broth is set. It should have a jello-like consistency. Chop up the broth jelly into little cubes and mix them into the meat filling. Stick the meat filling back into the fridge. It'll be easier to work with cold. Now give your rested dough a quick knead. Rested dough should be softer and easier to knead until smooth. Shouldn't take more than a minute or two. Cut the dough into smaller portions. I'm passing each portion through a pasta press. Start on the thickest setting. If dough looks rough out of the pasta roller, just trifold it and put it through the pasta roller again. Repeat a few times and it will come out very smooth. Gradually dial down the thickness. Don't go all the way down to the thinnest. My pasta roller setting goes from 8 to 1, and I stopped at 3, which is somewhat thin but not paper thin. Now take a 4-inch cake ring or a jar lid and cut out circles. Using a rolling pin, roll each circle from edge to center. We want the edge thinner than the center so the wrapping process will be easier. Roll each wrapper until they're about 5 inches in diameter. Using a cookie scoop, scoop about a tablespoon of filling into the wrapper. Here's the most foolproof way to wrap these. Just let it sit on the counter and lift the edge to fold little pleats. Each dumpling should have about 16 to 20 pleats. Pinch the dough at each pleat. Give it a twist at the end. You can pinch up the top after pressing out air around the meatball. For beginners, leaving it open helps preventing breakage by allowing steam to escape. Also, I actually like the look better this way. Steam for 6 to 8 minutes until the dumpling puff up. That means the inside is steaming hot and you're ready to eat. You can see the soup through the semi-transparent dough. Here's proof that this is actually a soup dumpling. The meat is super juicy and the dough is nice and soft. This recipe is foolproof for first-timers. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.